Hello everyone, it's Laurel from Forever Purple Creations. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter holiday. I had a wonderful weekend. I spent a lot of time with Jesus this weekend. Stations of the Cross on Friday, Holy Saturday. Me and my sister sat and watched the 6-hour Jesus of Nazareth. Then we had Mass on Sunday, online, of course. And then I watched Passion of the Christ. So it was a very mellow weekend, kind of a time to uh, sit back and um, put things back in perspective and, get grounded and, back to the way of thinking you should be thinking, at least for me, the way I should be thinking, Um, what am I doing here? I think I just hit things on my phone on accident. So yes, I had a very lovely holiday. I hope all of you did as well. Um, I wanted to come on and share a project with you guys that I started for the first couple days that I was off work, and kind of put it to the side and trying to finish up some other things and do some things around the house. And I think I have a million projects started and I just keep bouncing all over from one thing to the next. Um, I spend a lot of time in this room trying to find the creativity, find myself, and just get back to, the person I like to be, which has been going very well. I'm a lot more mellow in one sense, and then, a new anxiety from, just what's going on in the world, although I've decided, as my sister says, to turn off the news and quit watching. That I'm sure my work will let me know when and if we're going back to driving the bus. So it's exactly a month today since I've been off work. I'm totally lost on the days, and I'm a very scheduled and routine person, and my routine is all up in the air, and I'm not sleeping at night, so I'm up till 3, 4 in the morning. I seem to get my motivation and stuff around 5 o'clock in the evening, which is just so odd because that used to be about when I was starting to get back from work. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm trying to get some kind of a routine and schedule going, and trying to start one project, finish a project, and then move on to the next, instead of trying to have 18 projects inside my head at one time. Um, I started to film this earlier, and my thing kept freezing, and I must have said about a million times in between the freezing, so I had to start over. We had a lot of wind today, uh, and Cam is still quarantined in the basement, so I have sat outside with her, I think, 3 times now in the last month when it was nice out. Other than that, we're almost like winter here, so it hasn't been that much fun as far as the weather is concerned. She's enjoying her makeshift apartment down in the basement and having a good old time having everybody cook for her and everything, which, I kind of miss. I don't have, every once in a while I'd be like, Cam, can you make me a cup of tea? Yeah, I have to make my own tea now, even when I'm in the middle of doing something, but that's okay. So, and everybody's doing good. Grandbaby's good. My Dreen's good. Dustin's good. So, keeping in touch with everybody, and everybody's doing what they need to be doing, which is staying in, other than for when we really need to go out. So anyway, the project that I started a month ago, I got this beautiful digital kit from Lorna over at Taylormadejournals. I'm sure most of you know who she is. She has, her digital kits are huge. This one is the digital ephemera cabinet cards. And they're not all ladies like this. Some of them have boys and men, and some have little girls and stuff. I kind of go through them and crop them and put them into a Word program and resize them, and then pick out the ones I want to use right now, so that I just don't, for one, I'm not using up a bunch of ink I may need, and I don't have a bunch of pictures sitting around that I don't need to use right now. So I do have quite a bit of them printed out quite a few times all different ones. So the digitals are absolutely beautiful. She is like one of my favorites. I love her. And I have a different view of her where she's looking over her shoulder. I did a altered embroidery hoop, or if you'd call it a wall hanging or whatnot. And it was actually a back view of her. At least it almost looks like the same girl. So, I pulled out a bunch of these, and then, it was supposed to be a simple, let's make some cabinet cards. Had something in my mind while I was laying in bed, and of course it's completely changed. And as I sit here and look at them, I continue to get more ideas of things that I want to do. So I've learned that I'm not a simple artist or simple creator or quick crafter or whatever you want to call it. My simple things turn into these big, huge ordeals that take me forever to do. I think that's the only way my creativity works, and I think that's where I got stumped, is I kept trying to backtrack and just put things together and make it simpler and easier for me and to get through things faster. And my mind doesn't work like that. I have to over exaggerate, as I put it, over exaggerate everything, or more is more. So through this process of being home and actually getting a lot of time to sit and work on stuff, I have learned that every little project turns into a big ordeal. As you can see, these, and they're growing, they're getting bigger as I'm working. I keep seeing more things and wanting to do more things to them. I'm going to add a few pearls to this one, so, and make some a little bit of a different way. So I did print them out on paper. Then I also started printing them out on, this is just a cotton fabric, and I started printing them out on fabric paper, and then I padded them and put them on this. So sorry about that. So that's my sister talking to her husband. It's okay. Anyway, so now I lost my whole train of thought. So I'm doing something else with these that's gone way off track, and you'll see that a little, when I do another video. And, I'm going to do some like this. This one I messed up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little off center. Makes me a little crazy. I also learned that I'm very hard on myself and way too much of a perfectionist when it comes to my stuff. So I may try and use some undo, or else I may just turn it over so I don't have to, keep looking at it, because it's making me a little crazy. But I have all kinds of cutouts. I have the, I did a lot of die cutting, so I did a lot of the punches, and then I kept the outsides and turned them into frames, or used double the frames to make, frames, and then whole pieces. And then I did some a little different as well. Like this one, I used the reverse of the cutout. I used the reverse as the frame. So we're going to make a few of these. And as I was sitting here doing this, I got another idea to make just like a little booklet. And then we're going to maybe make one with a pocket. And then I got another idea for one. So I don't want to sit and jabber-jaw too much, because I'll be jabbering anyway through this, just because, I have to feel like I'm talking to someone. I haven't really talked to anybody in a while. So anyway, I'll go through the ones that I did. So this is the first one. Like I said, I just did a reverse image, the reverse of this, to make the frame. And then I just distressed the picture and put it on this very heavy, it's actually a solid core cardstock. Not good to print on, good to use for tags and stuff. It absorbs really quickly, and everything just blurred. It, what's the word I want to use? Not blurred, but, oh my gosh, I lost the word. Anyway, see, this is what happens when you don't talk to people for a while. It just soaks in the ink and just changes the whole picture. So I'm using it as like backs of tags and just card. So this one I kept pretty simple, and this one I'm going to put 4 little pearls on. I just think it'll make it pop a little bit. There's a little piece of a vintage doily, some cheesecloth, and then I wrapped it with some of the Tim Holt Electric Elements thread, and then put a button on it. So that's that one. And you can cover the whole thing on the back. You can put a picture, a little pocket. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, they're growing as I play with them. This one I did different. I took the picture and I framed it with just the ring and cut it out, and then I put some cheesecloth behind it. Or this is actually some very old gauze bandage. Uh, and then again with the white card, and this is another fiber, and then I just stuck on like, this is like a, it's not black, it's almost like a dark bronze, and then I just put a little pearl on there. I don't know if you can see the pearl right there. So that's that one. And yes, I know it's darker down here. I was trying to make them look, you know, not all old pictures are perfect on every part of the picture. So that's why you see where some are deeper than others. This one, I took a bunch of the cutouts and I just put some of this on my desk. Not tarnished brass, but ground espresso and vintage photo. And then I sprayed it with water and I just kind of stuck them in it like this and turned it over and stuck it in it like that. And they turned out, I think they turned out really cool. So that's what I did with those. So that's what's on here. That's the background on this one. And then again, it's placed on top of that cardstock. And then I took the black frame, just the frame piece, and I put the picture behind it again. Like I said, you could have added cheesecloth and stuff, but I didn't want to take away from this. I really liked the way that looked. And then, of course, I distressed them all. And this one, I put a piece of like a crochet trim, and then again, some more fibers that I just added some of my distress ink to, and a button, and just wrap that little piece around. Like again, I'll probably cover the backs of these with paper, and I can because these aren't glued on. It's just tie around and glued on the front. So that's that one. I really like this one. It looks really old to me. I don't know why. And then this one, and we're going to do this one too, just so I can show you what I did. I took, again, the black paper with the circle and distressed it. But on this one, I took my tea bags. Been drinking a lot of tea. And I took them apart and I opened them because you know how when they're all together, it's this little tea bag about that wide, which to me is very hard to work with, even when you're making pockets. So when I'm done with them, I rinse them out, empty them, open them, and then look, even if you turn it into a pocket now, it's really big. So I took one of these and I ripped it up and I put Mod Podge down, and then I just kept crinkling pieces on here and layering and going over it with Mod Podge, and then I just used my my distresser and rubbed, and I just think I love the way that one turned out. So I really like it. So we're going to do one of those too. And then I took a trim that has some weird script on it, and a brad, which is behind the trim so you can't see it. And then I took this gorgeous, this is a 100% silk yarn, I'm guessing. I have the tag for it. I get lucky every once in a while when I go to a Goodwill. I found 100% silk ribbon, and now I have silk yarn, and it is, oh my gosh, it's so soft. So I use this, and again, I just distressed it to give it some color and wrapped it around. So that's that one. So that's how I did those. So we will get started on making a few of these. I miss all you guys. I miss chatting with everybody. You don't realize how much you learn about yourself when you spend a lot of time, you know, by yourself, which to me isn't, you know, it's not always a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's good to do every now and again to, you know, get yourself centered again and back to the way, you know, you should be. And I'm hoping this will also help me find my creativity along the way. So let's see. So let me move these out of the way and we'll start. I want to make the one with the, we're going to make the one with the, let's do a skinnier one. We're going to make the one with the tea bag. So I'm going to use this one and this black piece. And I always like the black piece. Like I said, I'm trying to be more prepared, and I'm also trying to have projects done to show you ahead of time of what we're going to be doing before I do it, because you know me, sometimes I don't always finish my projects, but we're going to try and get this one finished. So I'm going to leave this one out a second just so I can see what I did. So we've got the black, and then we need a thin frame. And I think, will she fit in here? See, some of these I had to make bigger. Oh, she's going to just fit in here. Okay, this might work. Let's see. Can you see through it? If I put her in here, I really like her too. I think she's beautiful. So I think I'm going to use, it's really close, but I should be able to get it in there. So, but that one, not enough of the black is showing. So actually we're not going to use that one. We need a smaller one. So I'm going to use, let's see if I have a smaller white one. Of course, I'll end up having to use my machine to cut one out because I thought I had one in every size ready that I wanted to use. So let's see if I can find a smaller square. I have a black circle, but I don't want black because the back is black. So, let's try this one. I wanted to do a different shape this time other than an oval, but the oval seems to fit on here. So I'm going to take it like this. I'm going to pick the best part of the picture I want, like that, and it all fits. So I'm going to glue this on, and then we'll cut that out. Actually, I can just trace around this so I know where I need to cut, because I don't want to cut the frame. And then we can still distress the frame. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't cover the whole picture, because this is going on top of something else anyway. So yeah, so my new sleep schedule, and I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little more. So I'm up like really late at night. I think I said 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't mind me if I repeat and if I babble on, but you know, when you don't talk to a lot of people for a long time, that tends to happen when you don't have a lot going on that you can talk about other than crafting. Like I said, I don't get to do much with Cam because she's in her own little world down there. Besides talking to Kalia, who is just, oh my gosh, that child is such a hoot. Just, I cannot believe how smart she is for her age. I got to watch her color eggs yesterday and just listening to her like her mom hands her the eggs and she's like, "Thank you, Mommy." She's like so serious. "Thank you, Mommy." And she drops the eggs in oh so carefully in the dishes into the bowls of the stuff. So, so I get to see a lot of what's going on with her. Which is nice. Now see, this is cut off, but you're not going to see it once I put this on here. So you're not even going to know that that piece is missing a piece. I just need most of the circle to be able to fit. So yeah, so I've been watching. What's nice is I get to see all the new stuff as it's coming out. At least I'm trying to catch up because everybody seems to be crafting, and I mean everybody's crafting. So I'm trying to keep up. It's kind of hard. But then, you know, late at night when I'm sitting in here by myself and I'm trying to craft or come up with something, is when I go back and watch, you know, ones I have saved. And it's just funny to listen to everybody because I'm, you know, I think everybody's kind of babbling on and I just sit there and giggle. And I was actually watching Jennifer last night at Trace the Sparkle, and it's an older video, and she was making these little charms with a kit from Stephanie at My Porch Prints, and I actually bought it, I think, last month, and oh, these are so easy, and this is so much fun, and you just put this and this and this and this together, and I'm thinking, yeah, not in my world. Mine are never going to turn out like that because I don't, as soon as I see something, my mind wants to know how I can elaborate on it and how I can make it more complicated than it actually is. So I wish I knew why I was like that, but I think I've been like that since I was a kid because I think back to when I first started crafting and even when I was young, just the detailed stuff that I used to do as a kid. I just never, even my drawing, I just never did anything that was, you know, simple or easy. It just doesn't, it's just not two words that go well with me. Complicated and challenging is more me. That's probably why I can't get anything done. And like I've been working on this one journal, and it's my disaster. It's called what I call my disaster journal. All the things I don't want to do when I make a journal. You know, get all the quirks and stuff out. I mean, it's not horrific, but and I was cranking along really well on it, and then, you know, put it to the side. And so, and I'm trying to, you know, I want to start making journals. Why I can't do it yet, I don't know. I don't know what's going on that's stopping me. I think it's because my mind just has so many ideas. I can't just, and that's not on straight, so we're going to pull this up a sec. I can't figure out why I can't get it going. So, all right, come on, glue. I just added, come on. I just added acetone to all of my glues. So when they start getting thick, I just add acetone to them, and then it brings them right back. So let's see if we can get this on here now before this glue dries. Let's try this again. Sorry if I'm out of frame for a second, but I don't want any of this picture showing beyond this frame. All right, much better. I can cut that little teeny part off. You'll never know. Just as long as it's on there so it holds it there. And then this side. I don't know if it's the light in here or what, but I've got 3 lights on and I still feel like I can't see. I need new glasses. Can't go get that done. So, and my eyes tend to get worse every year, which is just terrible. Like I can't even walk around during the day without glasses on. I wake up in the morning, it's like the first thing I got to do so I can see what's going on in the world. So there, like that. And then we're just going to, we'll do a little bit of distressing to that as well. Got my baby wipe ready. So we're not using that one. It's too big. Oh, it's hiding. It's buried over here. All right, so we're just going to go around this one too. Just give it some color. Probably go around it with a little bit of my black soot too. There's 3 colors I like to craft with. There's 3 colors I like to craft with. No, I like to use purple, but we're not using purple today. There's 3 colors I like to distress with. So let's see. And I'm still using my old little makeshift dauber just because it's what I'm used to. So until this one's gone, we'll just keep using this. So this is just walnut. So I use vintage photo, walnut, and black soot. And sometimes I'll use gathered twigs because I like that one too. Alright, so that's enough of that. And then we need my black. As soon as I find my wall black thing. Where is it? I know I didn't put it back. See? Oh, there it is. Like, I know it's got to be right here. I'm trying to be a little neater about how I craft. Because I tend to just drop and, like, I don't even know. I think sometimes I even fling stuff and I don't even know it. So I'm trying to be a little bit better about that so that I can find what I'm looking for while I'm crafting. I'll clean that up. I need a paper towel. I don't want to put it into the wet. And I put this purple mat that I bought quite a few months ago, way before this started, when they had the 60% off. And yes, it's purple. So I finally decided to put it under here. So I hope it doesn't make it too much so you can't see. So we're going to go like this, and this one's going to go on here. But we're going to do the tea bag on here first. So what I did was my Mod Podge. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? And where's my tea bag? Okay, do you guys see where I put the tea bag? There it is. All right. So I just put this on here. And yes, it's going to get all over my desk, but we'll clean it up. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, and I'm just going to start ripping pieces. And I'm going to try and, okay, maybe a little bit more because it's like drying super fast. Maybe I need to open a new one. Then I'm just going to stick it on there and crunch it up like that. And I'm going to put some more on there. And I didn't do it everywhere. I left some spots, so that's what I'm going to do again. Crunch it up a little bit. And it's a little messy, but that's okay. Let's see here. And then after I did this, I put another coat on, and then I just kept adding to it. So we're going to come up in this corner, put some up here. I think that's what I did. I did corner to corner on this one and left some spots open, because you don't really need to worry about the center because it's going to be covered with the picture anyway. And we'll put a little piece down in the corner here and leave some of that open. And then we'll get this on here, crunch it up a little bit. Those little ones are a lot harder to manipulate. And we're just going to go over it again. And I'm not being neat about this or anything. I don't care if there's wrinkles. I actually want the wrinkles and stuff in there. So we're going to just keep layering this up a little bit. Take another piece. If I ripped this all wrong, or I'd have, although I don't know if there's a wrong way to rip it, or I'd have bigger pieces. I think I need to open a new one of these. I have had this Mod Podge, I can't even tell you how long I've had this. And we'll do one more little piece here. Wrinkle it all up first. And then stick it right here. Not to have it everywhere, but alright, maybe a little one there. I have another little piece left. There we go. And this will dry super fast. I can help it dry too, but it does dry fairly quickly. Alright, get my brush in some water. I've been organizing. I've pretty much got almost everything in the same spot, because I had like same stuff like in this drawer, in this drawer, in this drawer, and I think maybe that, oh, that's not good. I don't want that on the picture. I think that might be part of it, is because I have a little bit of everything everywhere. I don't know how I got Mod Podge way over there. Alright, let's see if I can lift this up so it doesn't stick to the desk, because if it sticks to the desk, then I'm in trouble. Alright, and we'll dry this with a heat gun, heat tool. So yeah, I'd say what you've all been up to, but everybody has really been up to a lot of crafting. Everybody's going to start running out of crafting supplies soon, I think, because you know, we're all using up everything that we have. And this should get quiet in a second, so hold on. Let's see. I might have to go over that one more time because I see a piece that's sticking up. I think I did the other one just a little bit thinner, but I wanted some more dimension on this one. So let's see. I think this needs to get pushed down a little more. And I like the texture the Mod Podge leaves on the black paper too, depending on which way you go. So we want that all down really well. All right. And it looks, once you distress it, that's when it starts looking really cool. All right, let's close this up. So we're only doing one of those. Our heat tool out again. Gets a little hot on the hand. So we're going to put this one to the side and let that one dry for a little bit and start working on another one. So we'll move this one out of the way, and this one goes with that, so we need that. So let's make the one with the little book, which I thought would be really cool. So we're going to do this one. And got to remember which picture I was going to use, because I was going through all my pictures. I think it's this one, but I think it's a bigger one. That one. All right, let's see. See how the color's a little different too? This is from one printer to the next. This is my new printer. So let's see. I think we're doing this. No, not that one. What design were we going to do on this one? I think, no. Oh, I got to sit and think now. I thought I had it picked out already, what I was going to do here. Is it this one? That one doesn't give you a whole lot of room at all. I'm trying to see here. Let's try something else here. Maybe this. Remember, it's going to go on black paper too, so I have to have room for the black, and that's like coming end to end, so we don't want to do that. You know what I could swear I wanted to do a square, but these squares are all too big. I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. This one? No, this is the one I had, isn't it, guys? Yep. I'm not doing so good, am I? All right. Let's do this. This one. There we go. So we're going to do this one, and we're going to cut around the parts we don't need. So I just want as much of the picture as I can get. So we're going to do this. Then I'm going to trace around it again. Oh, my screen went black. I like to see where I'm at to make sure I'm staying centered. I think the other thing that I'm kind of happy about is, you know, I taught myself how to do my own nails like many years ago. And at least my nails actually look nice because I can do my own nails. I don't know, I'd be a little cuckoo if I couldn't go to the salon and stuff, because I have literally had nails since I was in my 20s, and they are just like, even when I have them off for a little bit, like I was going to take them off just to let my hands rest, but they are like an extension of my fingers. I have had them for so long that I don't know if I could do that. What are you doing in here, Kane? I thought I felt something by me. All the animals are, you know, kind of don't know what's going on either. So Kane comes in here a lot. The cats come in here. And it's weird, I'm expecting them to steal my stuff, but they actually don't. They're actually really good. I hope everybody has decent weather going on and getting their, we're super creative right now. I'm trying to be creative right now. I'm not used to this being home when you're not supposed to be home. You know, even with Cam here doing school at home, which is just something. He's in my room. Sorry. It's just not something, you know, you ever expected. And, you know, and I know that online school is, doing school online is a lot harder than doing it at home. Why does this look like it's not fitting now? See, what is the issue here? You would think I don't know how to draw and cut with scissors. This isn't even fitting. How can that be? How can that be? I measured it. Did I move it while I was measuring? Look at how far off I am. Come on now. This is the one we're using, right? All right, so I think we'll glue it down and then we'll just cut the rest off. We'll get as close as we can and then we'll go around it and cut it off. Or I can actually just, I don't understand how I blew all of that, so we're going to go even more because it just needs to be glued on a little bit. I don't want any of this showing. So that's my main concern because you're not going to see it from behind. So it's okay. We'll do it some more. As long as there's a little bit for it to grab onto, we're all good. Yeah, I really don't know what else to talk about. Not a whole lot going on here. Shopping's a new experience. I try and do it as little as possible because I get really freaked out if I go in a store and someone, you know, isn't, I'm just too freaked out about getting this and hearing about how horrific it is that, you know, I let my anxiety get the better of me, I guess. All right. We're getting closer. I don't understand why I can't get this to fit right. I've cut plenty of it off now. It's like, come on, keep cutting more off, Laurel. So here, let's watch Laurel cut paper. I tried to get everything prepared so we didn't have to go through all this, but I wanted to be able to show you. You know, I didn't want to do it all ahead of time. All right, this should work now. All right, let's see. Let's get this going here. All right, maybe I'm doing something backwards. Maybe the top's a little different than the bottom. Could be. We're going to find out. Nope, I'm still way off. Okay, anyway. Oh, I don't get it. I don't know why it's not fitting. It should be fitting just fine, but it's not. All right, let's see here. I need it to glue on there a little bit. All right, let's see. If it doesn't work now, I definitely should not have scissors anymore because I don't know what's going on. All right, let's put it down. Let's see. Yeah, I'm like so off everywhere. All right, there. Got it. All right, now we just got to get it glued on. So let's get our glue. Get this thing glued on. And I didn't glue, I didn't distress the inside, which I'm going to have to do real quick. So that glue's probably going to dry, but sorry, my allergies have been terrible. Makes me start talking like I got a frog in my throat. But I don't have a very high voice. I'd have to talk like this all the time, which isn't going to work real well. All right, let's see if I can get this going here. We're going to distress some more of the picture, and this is all going to get distressed anyway, so let's just pull out the big one. And you'd think I'd use my bottle that I decorated, but I did it on the bigger bottle, and I haven't made a covering for this one yet, but I should just use my bigger one. Let's see if we can get all this on here and hidden. Voila! Look at that. We did it. All right. That only took, what, 15 minutes to cut paper? Jeez. But things happen. Can't help it. See, now you can see all the, yeah, I was way off in my tracing. I don't know what I was doing. I must have been moving it while I was using it or something. Unless I used I bet you I used the wrong one. Yep, I did. That's why. See? I had the smaller one, didn't I? I had this one. Nope, that's the same size. Am I, like, losing my mind? Which one are we doing? Why isn't this working? Because I need the black on here around this. And this isn't going to fit. So which one was I using? No. This one's the same size. I am really losing it here right now. I know it wasn't the small one. The small one's too small. That's way too small. It had to be this one, but then why is this not gonna... All right, that's okay. We're still gonna do this. We're still gonna do it with that one. We'll just put the black behind it anyway. Did we put black behind it? Am I putting black behind it? I think so. But we're going to cover this paper with some paper first. And I already pulled out the paper that I'm going to use. So let's see if I can find that. Because I just thought it went really well with this. So this is the paper I pulled out. And I wanted this clock. So we're just going to put that on here. And then the black, wherever my black piece is going to go right on top. I may have to cut this down a little bit on the side, which I will. And then this is going to go over it like that. And then we're going to cover the back with the paper too. But I need to make some kind of tie, so I think I'm going to use this. And we're going to distress all this up first. So why don't we do that first? So yeah, I've been getting lots of inspiration from everyone. I've become a digital hoarder. Between Tracy's kits and Artie Mae's and My Porch Prints and Shabby Dabby Doodah and Lorna and who am I leaving out? Yeah, so I've been printing out a lot of my digis and getting them all cut up and ready to go for my journals, because you know I've got all this great plan of what I'm going to do, and yeah, it's just not working out. See how I just dropped that? That's what I do. I just drop things all of a sudden, and I don't even realize that I'm doing it. So I wanted to add, see, this is where my mind started going. as I was getting all this stuff ready, my mind is like, oh, you can do this and you can do this. So I want to add a little thing to this. I'm going to add it now because I don't want it to be on top of the paper. So I thought it would be really cute to add this little, if I can hang on to it, this little spinner on here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add that on now because, all right, let me get something that can poke a hole in here without, hopefully it won't poke through my finger. All right. And we'll put this on now so that I can glue it on and the little brad's not going to show. So we're going to put that in there. And yes, I always have to have dimension on my stuff, even though it's going to go in a journal. Like I said, my journals will probably never close. All right. And then we're just going to bend this back. Like that. I just think that's just going to add to that for sure. And then we're going to have to cut this top piece off because it's too big. So we're going to measure that because that's got to get cut off. And then we got to cut our black a little. So give me 1 second to cut this off. Okie dokie. Let's see. So this is going to go on here like this. Just leave a little bit of a rim around it. And then this is going to go on here like this. Same thing. And then this is going to go on top like that. And we are going to put some cheesecloth or some stuff behind it. I know I had it out here because I can't find anything right now. And then we'll just shred it all when we're done. So that's going to go on there like that. We are going to come around this a little bit. Once I glue it down, we'll come around it a little bit. So we can put that on. So now I got to distress this one again. All right. Then we need some ties. So I am going to use this right here. So we're going to glue that down. I don't want it right at the top, so I want it right about here. So we're going to put that on. Probably shouldn't have left this open. There we go. We're going to glue this one on. And then we're going to get our paper, glue that on. And I'm just not going to push too hard where that brad is so that it doesn't poke through the paper. And my screen just went out again, which is so weird. Usually doesn't do that while I'm filming because... Alright, so I'm just not going to press super hard just because I don't want that brad to come through. There we go. Let me see. I just like to make sure I'm staying in frame. Alright, so that's that one. And then we got to put on our black. We're going to distress this too. Not that you can see it, but just to have it. Alright, we're going to put that on. So let's get that on. Alright. Trying to think if there's anything else exciting I can talk to you guys about. Oh, did I tell you guys? I think I did. Today is besides a month being off work, today is my 3rd year anniversary on YouTube, which is kind of exciting. It kind of seems like it went slow, and then in another instant, it kind of seems like it flew right on by. So I'm just going to use my distress ink here to give this a little color before we start messing with it. There we go. Look. You know, these, I don't understand why these turn green and get like this when they start out white. I don't understand how they turn green, but I did see someone, they were using the sponges, and the pink sponge made the distress ink green, and the white sponge made it brown, which was really weird. So we need to get this all distressed up too, now that I think about it. So we need to do all this. I'm probably out of frame. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to distress this up, and I do want to get her too. So I'm going to go inside a little bit. I really love this picture. I don't know who she is, but she sure was beautiful. All right, and we're going to do our walnut. I don't know, I keep adding, I have the refill stuff for this, and it doesn't matter how much I put in here, it just doesn't seem. And then I spray it with the refresher, and it just doesn't seem. It's like it makes it, it just keeps getting thicker and thicker, and then I need my black soot. So let's put this one up. My black, move this out of the way. All right. I like this one to just come in on the corners and stuff. Yeah, I like distress ink a lot, as you can tell. I'm not one of those light distressors. I like everything to have a lot of color on it. And that's going to go like that. And we got like a white spot. I don't know why. Hopefully it's not glue. If it is, we're going to try and get it off with my eraser, because that will never change color now. Oh, there we go. Whew. It's like that was a little scary. All right, so now we need to glue this piece on to there, and then we'll kind of cut around that and shred that, or whatever you want to call it, fray it. So let's get that glued down. I think that's it. I get so involved in each project. Like I said, these were supposed to be just, you know, cabinet cards that you could put in a journal. And then I'm like, oh, I can make them longer. Oh, I can make a little book out of them. Oh, I can make this. I can add this and add this and add, and then this is what it turns into, a whole ordeal. But that's okay. I don't mind. All right. And then we're just going to cut around this shape a little bit, just because I don't want it completely square. Let's see if I can do this without wrecking it. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I just don't want it completely square. Just following the pattern a little bit. There we go. Let's get this out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and fray it. always do more of this later. Well, not really. Not once it's glued down, you can't. So, need to get it all off now. And it usually works better if you use like a brush or something. At least it does for me. Like I said, I'm not going for a neat look. Okay, bottom, side. See, now I've come to talk to myself, which I think we all talk to ourselves when we're crafting. Especially like when you make a mistake, it's like, what are you doing, Laurel? Why are you doing that? It's like I'm gonna get some kind of answer from somebody. All right, I want this just a little bit. Let's see if I can get this a little bit darker here on the edges here. I could have just tea-dyed it a little bit with my spray, but no, I'm always doing it the difficult way. All right, so that's going to go on there like that. I like that. Okay, let's get these added excess strings out of here that we don't need. And I don't want to cover all of it because I don't want to get where it's all frayed. All right. So yeah, I've got quite a few projects I want to start, but I have to finish some other stuff first, like I said. And I think that's, I'm having an issue with something that I'm trying to figure out, and it's taken longer than I thought, and it's not a quick process. You know, sometimes I come up with these ideas, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a piece of cake. That won't take no time at all. Yep, like I said, it never works out that way for me at all. It turns into this big ordeal. It sounded really good at the time, but, so yeah, that, and I think I'm going to add, I really like this. I think I'm going to add a piece of that. Yeah, right before the quarantine started, Joann's had, you know, I was in Joann's picking up something, and this whole basket of the Tim Holtz stuff was sitting up front, and yeah, like it's just like calling out your name. Yeah, I like that. And you know, all the stuff was clearance, so of course I couldn't refuse. And I haven't had these, and I really like these, so I'm like I said, when I was getting the stuff ready, all of a sudden my mind is like, ooh, you can add this and this and this. I don't want to cover the screen up the center. Not that there's anything under it, but I don't want you to see the glue. So I'm going to put that right next to it, like that. There we go. And then we're going to put this little piece of this vintage doily or whatever it is right here. And I think we might actually add a button to it too. I like my buttons. So let's get this glued down. Although I don't know how that Fabri-Tac is going to react to that that strip, because Fabri-Tac tends to eat away at stuff. So I wonder if we should use a different glue for that. Let's see. What do I got here? Let's get my combo. See if this one will work. Let's see if this glue will work if it's not all dried out. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, because I think just the longer the Fabri-Tac sat there, it probably would have sat and ate right through that. I think that's the one thing why it's okay with my nails too, because I use gel, and then the UV lamp, and I put a top coat on, and so it's not just regular nail polish, so it doesn't eat through my nails. So there we go. All right, that's that. And our other one should be dry, so we can get going on that one. And then I need a button, I think. Some of my vintage buttons here and see what we got. Oh, that tiny little button would be perfect. Where did it just go? This one will be perfect. Right there. But I think I need to add. Of course, we got to add some thread in it, so that's what I'm going to do. Get a piece of thread. I think I'm going to use my Tim Holtz stuff and just cut a piece and tie it through there real quick. Quick like lightning. That's a little joke that goes on here with me, Shell and Jer. Quick like lightning. So I'm asking like someone's going to answer me. Anybody seen any good movies? We just watched Dr. Dolittle the other day. It wasn't bad. It was really cute. Who doesn't like talking animals, right? And then I think the last one before that was me and Kim watched Frozen 2, which I'm sorry to say, but I like Frozen 2 more than I like the first Frozen. I don't know why. There's just something about it. I liked that one better. I really loved the music and everything in it. All right, let's just cut that off. And I usually like to tie this all the way through, but I wasn't thinking, so now I'm just going to have to let it be like this, and I could probably get this frayed, but I still want to cut it a little shorter. So we're just going to cut that a little shorter, and then once it dries, I'll fray it up a little bit. So we're going to glue this down with our Fabri-Tac, though, because it won't eat through this button. All right, there we go. We still got to glue on our back, and then you can add paper in here, a little pocket. I think I'm going to add 2 little corner pockets in here, and then you'll just have a little booklet, a little cabinet card booklet. So I need to do this again, and yep, I chose the same paper for the front and the back, so I just need to cut this little piece off, and then we'll be good. So 1 second. Wow, this paper. Okay, let's trust this, move our buttons, clean up our little strings. See, I'm trying to become a neater crafter. And let's get some distress ink, and I'm trying to be good at keeping my videos shorter. I'm trying not to talk away and just craft, but like I said, I don't think there's anything I can do quickly or, simple. I keep trying, and it just always turns into something. I don't know why. All right, so that's that one. All right, so that's just going to go there like that. And then I'll probably put just a thin, maybe just a tea-dyed paper on the inside, and then we'll use a different part of the paper for the pockets on the inside. I won't do that right now, but you get the idea. Oh, I gotta get my string down. Hold on. Gotta cut this. I need my string here. Ah, it's gonna start drying. Wouldn't have wanted to forget that. All right. Top and bottom. And let's get this on. All right. and cut this one. And there we go. And then it'll just tie. I just think that's so cute. So let me see where I'm at. So that's that one. And that little thing moves. Don't mind the glue on my hands. I like that. And then it'll just tie. So we'll go move that over and go back to our next one. See if I can get cranking along here. All right. So this is pretty dry, so I just need to cut all that excess off. So I'm going to do it from, it's always easier to do things from the back. I don't know why. I guess it gives you that little lip too. All right. At least it's dry enough for us to work with. All right. So then I just took this and my distress ink and kind of went all over like that. Some spots it got lighter and some spots it got darker. And that's it. Then we're going to glue this down. Now, does everyone remember what picture we were using or what we were doing? Oh boy. I don't even remember. Where'd I put her? Oh, here we go. This one. I was like, wow, that's pretty bad. So see how pretty that looks? Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. She's so beautiful. So then this is just going to get glued on here. Did I put anything underneath that one? Let me pull that one back out. Nope. Nope, nothing underneath. All right. So we're going to glue this one down. All right. We'll glue that one right there. Aren't you pretty? All right, and we need our base. This is our base. Yep, that's our base. Trying to think about what I want to do on the bottom of this one. She has flowers and stuff. I might want to add like some wallpaper flowers or something. I'm trying to look too what's in the picture and see what I can see that might help me. All right, so now I need to go up. I do need a new pad. And you know what? I just changed this pad. It's like if they sit, they start going bad or something. Or maybe it's just because I'm such a, you know, I don't just lightly distress, but I haven't been doing that much distressing lately. Nowhere near like I used to, and they lasted longer than that. So I don't know what's up with that. I just don't want to color all over right now. So I want to put this down first, and then we'll go ahead and do the other colors. And I think I can probably cut a little bit off this bottom, which I'm going to, because my other ones, I like the sides to match the top and bottom. Hold on one sec. I think that's a little more uniform there. That one's going to go there. She is just, isn't she pretty? God, pretty. She's beautiful. And if you don't want to watch the whole thing, just fast forward to the parts you want. I know I'm not the quickest crafter. I try. I feel like I'm moving along, but I look at the time, and the time doesn't say that I'm moving along. So we're going to put this one down like that. So I need some kind of little flower or something. I have these. I did pull out, but I pulled them out for something else, but I think it'll look pretty on here. Somewhere down here, a little flower. Oh yeah. And yes, again, I'm adding dimension. All right, and then I put out stamped out some little words on a little piece of fabric, and I've been staring at it the whole time now because it's the minute I want it. It's not going to be right here. Where is it? Oh, come, there it is. So I stamped out a bunch of words on here. I think I'm going to put spirited. So we're going to cut that one out, or we're going to rip it out, I should say. So I'm just going to snip it a little bit. And snip it a little bit there. See if I can do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Wasn't quite the 1, 2, 3 I was looking for. A little harder to rip smaller pieces. There we go. All right. So that's that word. So we can use that. All right. And let's see. What do we want from trim? What do we want to do here? Let's see. I have put out a whole bunch of little stuff everywhere. Let's see what I have here. Let's see if we can get a piece of this on here. Yeah, but first I need to do the rest of my edges here. So there's my walnut. I'm trying to stay neat. It's starting to close in on me. It's stressing me out a little bit. We don't want to. We want to keep it neat. Keep it neat. All right. So this side, I want to come in here. And this is how I usually do. When I'm working with these colors, this is what I do. But this is usually when I like to do my wood glue stuff. I do it like this too because it just all bleeds together really nice. I need this one because I want to come in here a little bit. I don't know why I'm whispering. I have no idea. All right. And our black. Come in our corners. Sometimes the black comes in really nice, and sometimes it doesn't. It's very fadey. Where's my other one? Good enough. Okay, move those. Close them up. All right. Let's wipe this up. Okay. Let's put our little piece of stuff down. Right side, back side. All right. I learned a new little trick for glue. When you're gluing this onto, like here, I use this. It's temporary or permanent. When you let it sit, it becomes permanent. If you take it off right away, it's semi. Just because it's too hard to try and get glue on here, so it's much easier to use this. So that's what I'm going to do. Just need my sticky piece of paper. Just spray away from my stuff. I want to get it all over. Oh, hey. All right, okay, well, that just made a huge mess. Didn't want to stop spraying. So I'm going to lay this down, and then I have to, unfortunately, go wash my hands because it is everywhere. Because it didn't want to stop. Look, it's all stuck to me. It works great when it's not sticking all over. Come on, go down. I'll let that sit for a sec. I'll be right back. Wow, that made a mess. Okay, well, now my hands are very sticky. Sorry about that. That was weird. And then it was just, I was trying to lift up the thing and it just kept spraying all over my hand. So we're just going to put that down like that. I think I missed a few spots. Pick some of this up. Like this. All right. That stuff is like super sticky. Don't want to mess with that. All right. And then we're going to put this flour. Oh my gosh, all this sticky is going to make me crazy. No. It's like I have just like all my fingers are sticking together. This is a resin piece, so it should be okay with the Fabri-Tac. I'm sure I'll find out. So we're going to stick that right there. And then we need a trim, and we're going to use this word. And let's see what we'll use here. And I think I want to add a pearl and a clip. So we'll maybe add this here. Add this here. And we're going to wrap it with some string and add the word and a clip and a pearl, I think. And then that one will be done. See, I feel like I'm cranking along, but I'm really not, am I? Would I get two done? I don't know now. No, this is the third one. We did the little book. Did we do the one card, or is this it? This is it, isn't it? Oh, no. Yeah, we did the little book, and then we did this one. Wow, I'm cruising along there. All right, so I need another fiber. I think I'm going to use this one this time. So I just want to dress it up a little. All right. Let's see. 119. Okay, we're not doing too bad. All right. Ay, 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 ay. I am just so, my hands are so sticky right now. All right, so I'm going to go around this twice, I think. One. So we're going to need to go even further here. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to put this, and I think I might want to put a little piece of something else under there. We're going to cut this to here. Okay. Close this up. Oh my gosh, am I sticky? All right. I need a little piece of something else. What can I add? A little flour? Yep, that's what we need. Another little flour. So we're going to cut this one out. I should be using my tiny little scissors, but all right, there's a little flour. Well, that came out really dark, didn't it? We better do this side. That was like really dark. And we'll just stick that under there. All right. All right, come on. Well, it seems like the wind died down. Thank goodness, because it was like super loud before. All right, put that there. Get our knot going. I want to glue the knot too, though, because I want to make sure it stays. And all right, this flower's not quite doing what I want it to here. Maybe it needs to be under the thread, which I thought that's where I put it. And we need a pin. Where's the pins? And where's my word? Oh, phew, I thought I lost my word. All right, so we got a pin. So we're going to do the pin. I'm going to try and put the word on here. Oh, we need to distress this up too. But we don't want to kill it. So we're just going to do it lightly. Okay. I'm going to stick that one to that one. Like this. And the pearl. And put it on there. And we're going to clip it right here. I think. Try and get that through all that stuff. All right. And close that up. We can cut these off a little bit. All right. Let's wipe this up. Oh, my hands are just, wow, I don't think I've ever had my hands so sticky where it just doesn't want to come off. Like, I don't know what I'm going to have to use here because it was just like coming out like glue. All right. All right, so that's that one. Let me get my light back on so I can see what's going on here. I just think she's so pretty. Doesn't that just look so cool like that? She's so pretty. And then there's our little piece with her little pin, and it says Spirited. And then we've got our lace on here. So that's that one. Love that one. All right. So we can move that over. All right. I had one more, but I'm trying to see how long I've been on. 124. Quite a bit. All right. So I want to do one. Actually, there's two of them. And it's just funny how it worked out because I had this piece like this. I'm like, what can I do with this? And I actually thought, what if we take one and do it this way, but this picture's a little small, so I was like, all right, let me see here. So let me get this on here and I'll show you what I did. So I'm like, all right, so that can go like that, and then we can put something lighter here, a piece of paper, and maybe a little pocket or something. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking. All right, like that. But then, you know, the picture doesn't quite fit. So I'm like, and this picture just goes with this. So I'm like, what about if I take this piece that fits right inside there? Let's do it the right way around. I think it goes this way. Right inside there like that. Doesn't that look cool? And of course, I'm going to distress it up, and then I'll probably stick another piece of paper, something over here, a little lighter, and then put some of my trims and stuff, and maybe we'll make it a little like half pocket here on this one. But I just thought that was a great idea, like that, and the black and the white just looks really cool. But we're going to distress it a little and distress her a little just to give it a little bit, and then I mean, we don't want it, we still want it to look like a vintage cabinet card, but I thought that was a good one right there like that. So I'm trying to think, does that mean an hour and 26 minutes? So I've almost been on an hour and a half. So trying to think if I should keep going for another half an hour or end it, because I think we'll just keep going because I want to do this one. I don't have anything else to do. I am just sitting here filming, so I might as well sit and just keep going. All right. So we're going to start with this one with the vintage photo. Like this. I really would like to get this sticky stuff off my hands right now, but I don't see that happening. And then I want to do the inside. Wow. Like the minute I close a fist, all my hands are stuck together. All my fingers are stuck together. Not very pleasant. All right, and then I'm going to do this picture too, because, and then I'm going to add a little piece. I pulled out these feathers, not feathers, but these very thin feathers that I think will go perfect with, because she has feathers in her hair. Isn't that cool? So I thought we could use these somehow. We'll work it out. We will work it out. Now I got to see how much of this covers. I don't know exactly where all it's covering, so let's put this back in here so I know where I got to distress. So this goes like this. Let's go. There we go. Okay, now, yeah, it's like sticking everywhere, guys. Ladies, why do I keep saying guys? I hate when I do that. All right. Let's see if that's enough. If I need to go further in to go with this. Yeah, see, it's not covering. It's not, I needed to go in a little further. I know it's cutting off a lot of her feathers. I suppose I could make the picture a little bigger. I don't know if I printed this one out a little bigger or not. I don't think I did, because I thought this one would fit. So let's see now. Get this in here like that. Get this in here like this. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. I think we're even going to do this one with the black soot a little bit, just to get the corners to... All right. Okay, so let's get this down. We need to get this glued down, so I just need some glue on the top and the bottom. Okay. That's going to get hidden in a minute. All right. Let's get this in here. There we go. I think that looks so cool. And then it's going to go on top of this white card that we are going to distress as well. All right. I'm trying to, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to think about what are you going to do on the other side? And I know this doesn't look that good, but you're not going to see it. I'm just doing it to get the edge. I don't know if we should put another piece of white paper on top and then distress around it, or put a pocket. This is where it's helpful when you're live, is so you can get some input on what you're doing. It is a lot different when you're talking to yourself, doing stuff. I could even cut this black a little bit smaller. So that you really see this distressing. But I guess that's okay, like that. And we're going to put this on here. You know, like I could cut this off and do it this way, but I just think it looks cool with the whole piece of paper. So I'm going to leave it like that. And we're going to glue this on. I could even leave this side and make this, I could even sew down here. See, my mind's starting to work. I could even make this a pocket right here, but we can do that when we add the other piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this. See, now now my mind's going to be like really thinking, and it's going to be like, oh my goodness, stop. Because then I start getting way off track, and then it's like I can't even get my thoughts right of what it is I should actually do. All right. All right, so that's going to go here, and you know, you always have the playtime with the Fabri-Tac, which is nice. All right, there we go. All right, that's that. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? Think around. some white like this? Or do we add a piece of some kind of paper? This, make it a pocket. I think we should make it a corner pocket. So I like this paper. So I'm going to use this and go about here to about, where's that coming? To about here. So I need my ruler. My ruler. So we're going to just do it like this. This to this. I think that should be a big enough pocket. Right? Okay. Let's see. Is that going to be big enough? Or we could come over and down. I think I want it a little bit bigger than that. All right, where's the eraser? Find the eraser. So I think I want it to be a little bit bigger than that. So I'm going to go up on a little more of an angle because I want to be able to decorate a little. I don't think I can go over much more, but I can certainly go up like that. Let's see how that works. Yep. Let's try that and see. Okay. This. Yep. I like that. Now what I should have done is I should have done it to the black first so that I could sew it. Because now if I sew, it's going to go through all of them. And then I'm going to have to put a backing, which I might have to anyway, on there. Or I could just leave it. So I think I'm going to sew that. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit because we all know what sewing through Fabri-Tac can do to your nice sewing machine. So we're going to let that one dry a little. Figure out what we're going to do on here. I would like to use those feathers just because she's got those feathers in her hat. That's good. Okay. And I would like to add like a trim or something right here. I keep picking up the same ones, but I'm trying to find something that is a different color, not white. So let's see about this one. What if we go like this down the side? See, my cabinet cards are taking a whole new life of their own. They're turning into like postcards. Well, I don't know if I'd call this a postcard, but still a cabinet card. It's just done a different way. All right. Get some glue on here. Okay, see, now is when it starts to kind of get quiet in the house, and what will happen is this is when all of a sudden I'm like up with a million ideas and up till 4. All right. Let's move this over. Then we can maybe even add don't like that glue right there. Get out of there. No glue. Get over there. All right. No glue. All right. That's that. Then we can even add maybe a couple pearls on there. See, I'm starting to get carried away. But I do want to add these feathers somehow. I think I can keep breaking off little pieces and let's see. I like that. So let's go here. this here. And we can go again. Yeah, because you can just keep bringing these in. So I think that's cool. Let's see. I can even go one down here like that. Look at that. Yep, that's going to go there. But I can't do any of this right now because my fingers are so sticky. And we're going to maybe add one like this to here because I like that. So yeah, I'm just trying to pull in now from what I see in the pictures. But yeah, that's how that one's going to be. So I'm going to just continue to work on these, but I don't want to stay on much longer because I've been on for a while. I will continue to work on these. I'm also going to do one, I will show you real quick. And I will come on and, you know, I'll share them in my group and on my Facebook and on Instagram when they're done. As soon as I can find a little piece of paper. All right. So I am going to do one like this as well. Where, and I'm going to use this piece down here. So I'm going to do one down here and I'm going to sew this, and this one's going to be a pocket with a cabinet card on it. So I just thought that would look really pretty. So I think I'm going to do one of these kind of like this on the black with the, I did have it cut out. My piece is here somewhere. There it is. This one in the frame. And then on the black, wherever my other black piece of paper is. So this one will be on top of black as well. And I'll cut this shorter. And then we'll make this one a cabinet card. And then this will be a little pocket. And we'll probably pull in something we see in this picture as well. So yeah, I like this one. It's padded. It's like raised. So I like that one. So that's probably going to go right there like that. And then there'll be a little pocket. So yeah, so that's the next one. So I'm going to continue to work on these. I hope this wasn't too boring or too long. I'm trying to get quicker at this, and look at how neat it is right here. Get quicker at this and keep everything. Try not to make them too long, but even it seems like even when I'm trying to do things really quick, it just takes me a little bit. Because I want to just keep doing more to them. So yeah, so I'll lay the ones out that I have so far. And then I will be back. Like I said, I have some other projects that I am currently working on. Some of them just take a little longer than others. The other one will involve using these digitals again. Like I said, I will put a link to Lorna's Etsy down below. If you want to go check out our kits. Like I said, this one's huge, and there are just so many gorgeous pictures in it. But yeah, so let's see if I can get these all in here. Maybe if I back it out a little bit, I'll be able to, but then I'm going to have to move some stuff to back out. So let's see if I can back out a little bit. So thank you all. I hope, again, hope you all, oh wow, did I come in really close? I hope you all had an amazing Easter. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please continue to stay safe and keep busy. Keep your minds busy. My advice would be to stay away from the news. That's my advice to myself as well, is to stay away from the news. I want you to be able to see your little bin, but you can't see it. But that turned out so pretty. So yeah, so thank you all. I hope you go ahead, give this a try. I'm sure everybody's been making cabinet cards. I just kind of make them my own way. You know, like I said, I can't really watch too much because then I just have everybody's stuff in my head and nothing of my own. I do watch everybody, but then when I'm creating, my mind just goes off somewhere else. So I hope you guys like these. These are going to be amazing in a journal, or, you know, whatever you decide you want to do with them. They're just a great add-on. So I'm really enjoying making them, as you can see. So I'm going to sit here and continue to make more, which is what I started, you know, almost a month ago. So have a great week, everybody, and I will see you all soon. Don't forget to get out there and create something.